Geometry. So we're doing 1/6 here, basic constructions. Constructions is kind of like a nice change of pace in this class. It's a creation kind of idea. So sometimes it seems like it's fun. Usually we use handheld tools, but today, because of the time we're in, we're doing everything virtual. Notice that this is the first time the standard has changed. Now we're making formal geometric constructions. So it's all about constructions. So again, typically you would have a straight edge. Now we usually use a ruler, and it says a rule with no markings. Of course, the ruler has markings, but we got to pretend like those markings aren't there. We don't measure length with a ruler. A straight edge is just used, or the ruler is just used to make straight lines. The compass is our geometric tool that we use to draw circles and parts of circles called arcs. The compass, or the circle, is really what we use to measure the length of something. All right. And then when we do these constructions, we're just using the compass and straight edge to make our figure. Now, like I said, instead of handheld tools, we'll be using Desmos Geometry and Delta Math for our constructions. All right, so what I've done is I've copied the steps from the book. I'm going to demonstrate them for you. And then your job is just to really kind of just repeat it. Again, this first one is going to be done in Desmos Geometry, and then the last three will be done in Delta Math. Okay, so we're going to construct a congruent segment. So we're going to start with segment AB, and we need to construct segment CD so that AB and CD are the same length. All right, so let's get to it. All right, fun times here. So again, I invite you to do this along with me. Again, you can pause the video as you want. So we're going to start with our segment AB. I'll just draw it up here. Label it A and B. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a ray down here. And we're going to label this endpoint C. So C is obviously going to be one of the endpoints of our segment. So now I need to use the compass tool. Again, it's the compass tool that's going to measure the length. So I'm going to grab my more tools, compass. So it says choose a segment. So this is the segment that I want to have the measurement of. And you'll see the circle. This circle has a radius of AB. If I take this dot and put it on point C, what I've done across this ray is I've marked where the circle hits this ray. From C to this green circle, that is the same length as from A to B. So I'm going to click a point here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's make a point there. Point. Put a point there at the intersection. I'm going to call that D. And now I'm going to make a segment from C to D. Okay. And I'm going to hide the circle. And I'm going to hide the ray and the point. Hide the ray. And now watch. Let's measure them. This is so cool. Okay, so that's 4.48. Guess what this one is? 4.4. And watch what happens as I move B. Oh, what? They move simultaneously because they were constructed and made congruent. All right, so again, it's your job to pause that, stop that, and you should try to redo it yourself. Okay, great. So that's the first construction. We'll try to get 2 constructions on this video. All right. Okay, the next construction, constructing congruent angles. So this is a challenging one, not going to lie to you, right? You can see how long the steps are, right? But we want to start with an angle A and a ray with a point S on it, and we need to make angle A and the angle with this as a side the same measurement. Okay, so it takes 5 steps, you can see. Delta Math has a great tutorial for you, so we'll go through Delta Math together. All right, here we go. So it says use a compass and straight edge to copy angle P. The vertex of the copied angle should be at the point P prime. Your final answer should be exactly 2 blue rays. Okay, so the first thing is we need to make a ray going off of P. So I had to hold it. You can make it look the same. I don't need to. It's just going to go sideways. Okay, so now I have to take my compass, and I have to kind of open it so it crosses both sides of this angle P. I don't like that. There, okay. I don't that red circle. So this is what I care about, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw arcs. So notice the pencil, right? When I put my cursor on the dotted circle, it comes up with a pencil. I'm going to put arc there. Okay. Sorry, I had a point there, so I'm good. And now I'm going to take this circle, and again, I can just simply click on the center of the circle and drag it. It's not going to change. Oh, sorry. Hold on just a second. I have to also pencil this. I didn't know that point was going to move. So pencil that as well. So sorry about that. So I made 2 arcs across the sides of the angle. And now when I move, see those 2 arcs are still there? That's important. When I come down here, now I need to make an arc here across the side, and I'm going to make another arc up here. Make it a little bit longer. Okay, there I go. And now I'm off the compass tool. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I need to measure how far these 2 points are on the sides of angle P. So I'll use my compass tool. I'm going to put the center of the circle there, and I'm going to drag to this other point there. Again, that blue. So notice the center of my circle is here, and this point is on the circle. No need to draw an arc here. What I need to do is I need to bring this over to this point here. And now I'm going to draw an arc across this existing arc up here above P prime. There we go. And now that compass is done. And what I've done is I've made this point right here. This point is that point. And now I take my ray tool, and there I am. And those 2 angles should be exactly the same. Now, again, I didn't make it turned like P is, like angle P is, but it should be. And I will click submit, and I'll cross my fingers that I did it right, and boom, I did. And if you look here, it'll show you exactly the steps to follow. Draw the ray, draw the circle, mark the arc, draw the circle, mark the arc, measure that arc distance, bring it down there, right? So it shows you every step. So that's great. So there's our first 2 constructions. I got 2 more left to show you.